Each Friday on the 4 on 5, we're taking hot topics to the streets. Today, one of the big talkers is the Alabama Senate passing a bill to legalize medical marijuana, something that's already done in 36 states. Brianna Hollis is asking you, should Alabama be next?
Do you see it passing in a state like Alabama?
I think so. I think it's got momentum now. It's going around the country.
Well, I think that there's some positives with that, but I've got some concerns. I would be supportive of it if there were good controls and people lived within those controls.
My daughter used to live in Colorado, and they taxed it so much to where it helped with the roads and everything. And it's people, if they're going to smoke it, they're going to get it one way or another.
To be honest with you, it helps older people like me with their arthritis, with their pain, anxiety, things like that.
So you'd maybe be for medical but not for recreational?
But only if the medical would be, managed like other drugs are managed, just very tightly and carefully, so that there's no abuse.
It surprises me that Alabama hasn't already legalized.
So to be honest, I was pretty surprised with the answers that I got today with Alabama being such a conservative state. You know, I worked in Wisconsin before, kind of a similar situation, and people didn't even want to touch this. And here, I mean, today in downtown Fairhope, the consensus was they're okay with it. They want to see it happen.
Maybe it's the pregnancy hormones, but the gentleman who said, it could help with arthritis really got to me.
I know. We talked about that as the story was running, and he was really nice. And I mean, he does have a good point. The science does show that. So it's definitely interesting to hear from him and kind of hear that emotion a little bit from him when he was talking about that as well.
Yeah, it is something kind of opens your eyes and makes you think about that other perspective when you hear people like that, or people who say, they were at the end of their rope and their mother had cancer and got that and then felt better. So so what exactly does the bill, this one, call for, Brianna?
So it's strictly medical, and it would allow people with 17 different conditions, including cancer, including terminally ill situations, kind of like you mentioned, anxiety, arthritis, that kind of pain like that gentleman mentioned. You will be able to purchase products, whether it's in edible form or pills or whatnot, capsules, but it would have to be from a licensed dispensary, and that would be regulated somehow in the state as well.
And it wouldn't include smoking?
Yes, it would also include smoking.
It would also include that?
Yes.
Okay, so as far as the bill moving forward?
So it passed, the same exact bill passed in the Senate last year, but when the legislature shut down due to COVID-19, it kind of put that at a halt. So a lot of people who had been advocating for this for a long time kind of saw that as a big win, and then with everything shutting down because of the pandemic, it stalled. And there's also a lot of talk that it's going to move slower through the House, likely stall. The House actually wants to put it to another subcommittee first before bringing it to the full floor. So no concrete timeline as to when we could get any answers on this quite yet.
But it is a very interesting conversation.
It is.
Thank you, Brianna.